talk to you about this show that I have behind me. It's a show on paper. It's 40 by 60, the pieces of paper. It's a 2-ply mat board, and the materials are oil-on paper. And as I have included a close-up, you'll see writing that is embossed into the white of the paper. So what I have presented is an image, a painted image with an embossed writing. Now this is a show based on the canonical Song of Songs, or more correctly, Kabbalistically interpreted as the residue of residue, or essence of essences. And what I've done, I have used the, I have done a little bit of research into Kabbalah. I'm not a scholar, but I use certain influences around me to inspire me to do certain things. And I thought of making the Song of Songs is an archetypal work. It relates to us a part of, it relates to us an understanding of how the universe works. And in the sense that these objects that I have painted represent very ubiquitous objects in day-to-day life. A toaster, a thimble, a shoelace, even a skateboard or a telephone. These are images that are very ubiquitous, something that is the essence of how everything works in the universe. So I used these objects, and again, I'm a painter, I'm not a critic, so whoever wants to decipher this can be welcome to do it. But from my perspective, is I'm trying to approach this issue of the Song of Songs, which is a magnificent, exalted piece of poetry in the Bible. And interestingly, this particular portion of scriptures in the Bible, in the Hebrew scriptures, would not have been included if it hadn't been for a rabbi called Akiva in the 1st century AD. So this could easily have been ignored because there is a very central aspect to this part of the Bible, and it's why I like it. And the Catholics or the Christians say that the Song of Song is Jesus or Christ's love for the church. Well, I think this is missing the essence of this particular part of the Bible, and I'm not a religious person. I'm not even, like I say, a scholar of this, but I use it as an inspiration. And the beautiful part is the physicality of this work is obviously the objects, and then if you read Braille, you can read these paintings by touching them. The lettering is embossed, and each it's a phrase or a line in the Song of Songs. So what you're seeing behind me is a show of about 12 images. There are other ones that I have been adding to this. And it's an ongoing show in a sense. I keep adding to it, and it gets larger as I go. And this actually led me now into, if you follow me here, this has actually led me into another aspect of this philosophy, this idea of the universe, how it works, and what you see behind me here are black lines, what appear to be black lines on a smaller sheet of paper, and they have an appearance of what is known as the I Ching, or the Book of Changes in Chinese philosophy. And this is an extrapolation, and again, just from a physical point of view, all these black lines, underneath these charcoal lines are verses from the Song of Songs. So the two shows tie together. On this side, there's almost a Western version of this through the objects, and then an Eastern version, which is very related to the I Ching. And I'm a big fan of Terence McKenna. He's a guy that got loaded and on mushrooms and psilocybin, and had visions of the universe, and he dealt with the I Ching. He had an insight into the I Ching. He had studied the I Ching and found what he called time wave zero, based on his study of the I Ching. Now, the I Ching are short and long black lines. There are 64 of them, This particular show has 27. I don't have all 27 here. And it's based on the Jewish letters called the Autiot, or the Ot, which have 22 letters and 5 what they say in finals. And I made 27 of these images based loosely on the idea of the I Ching. And what I've ended up with is, again, the embossing on the topic. So between the westernized images, the objects, the toasters, the thimbles, the zipper, the tack, the pen, and the Eastern philosophy of the I Ching combined under the poetry of the Song of Songs. Now all the embossed letters in these images are actually written in reverse, in a mirror version from right to left, not from left to right. And Hebrew is written from right to left. Arabic is written from right to left. So in a sense, I'm combining the vision of the West with the East in this show. And it is the Song of Songs, or the residue of residue, which I prefer to call it, because this is the Kabbalistic version of it. So what I can say about this show is that, well, you have seen the close-ups. I've tried to give you a sense of what these images look like close-up. And this is the source for this work. My inspiration has come out of Terence McKenna, the idea of the I Ching, time wave zero, and I have also translated what I see as a kind of Western version of the meaning of the universe in terms of objectivity, objects. As I am not a critic, I painted it. This is the show I'm producing. This is the show I'd like you to have a look at. Thank you.